What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Hardworking Happy Hour. I'm Sean.
And I'm Catherine. And as always, we will be breaking down all things trades, entrepreneurship, and turning your creativity into a passion career.
Hey, Catherine.
Hey, Sean.
Thanks and congratulations for 51 episodes.
Thank you. And also, congratulations to you.
You know, after last week's episode celebrating 50 episodes, it was so much fun. I think we should celebrate like that for every episode. What do you think?
That's a great idea.
You think so?
Should we start pounding drinks again?
I think we should. You know what we should do?
What?
Daily podcast.
Daily podcast?
Daily podcast. Pound drinks. Daily.
Every day.
Every day. No, I'm just kidding. That would be so irresponsible. But hopefully everybody got, maybe a little bit of insight last week's episode, and hopefully
they got something out of it.
Hopefully they got a couple,
maybe a chuckle, or
hopefully a couple chuckles, and maybe a one or two. You know,
think? Maybe.
I think is that what our formula is? We're aiming for a couple chuckles, and then a couple.
I think that's I like that.
Yeah,
I think that's exactly what we're aiming for. I like that.
Huh. Wow, we just broke it all down like that. That was so nice and concise.
Got our whole formula figured out.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to drink some drinks?
No, I think that we need to dry out a little bit, and that's why this week we are drinking some coffee. No,
coffee,
not coffee.
Tea.
What is we got a chai tea latte. Mm-hmm. What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Chai is,
but it's one
tea.
of my favorite ones.
The word chai means tea. It's
is
tea
it like
tea.
Cinnamon or something?
I guess
There's
the way
something
that
in there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's delightful, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's my go-to. If I'm not going to get just regular coffee or regular tea, I'm going chai tea latte.
Same.
Good hot or cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
The best.
And
you drop a bit of espresso in there.
Single shot or double shot?
Single shot.
Always single?
I mean, I guess depending how the day goes, but sometimes
like if you need
maybe
to pick me up
yeah.
and somebody else gets you one?
Oh, did you get
There's
a
double shot in
what?
there.
Oh my gosh, I'll never sleep.
That's okay. You don't need to sleep.
Well, thanks for splurging, because this is probably like a $7
oh my
latte.
God. No, so much more than that. It was like, they were like, that'll be $19 for two drinks. I was like, oh my God, this is highway robbery. It's insane. But
that's pretty crazy.
I was still happy to pay for it, and I probably still will go back.
Yeah.
It is crazy, though. You go to Wawa, and it's like, it's $1.
Yeah, and sometimes I was just like, just take it.
Just get out of it. You seem
Have a great
pretty
day.
cool. I see you around. Just, just go ahead.
Yeah.
Get off with it. But Starbucks,
Not Starbucks,
They're like, that will be $3,000 if you want like a pastry or some
God
sort
forbid.
of sandwich.
A sandwich, even. Those are.
God.
Whew,
Don't even
gotta
taste
give your
good.
firstborn for those kind of things. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They do all taste microwaved. They are all microwaved.
They are all microwaved, yeah. Something to think about.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
But we're taking it easy this week.
Yeah.
We've got goals.
We do have goals.
So we gotta, I'm going to do Pilates after this, and you're going to, I think, maybe run, you said?
Maybe run.
So,
yeah, I don't know. I might do Pilates. You just told me about this new Pilates journey that you're on.
Yeah.
And
pretty stoked about it.
it sounds like it might be the thing for me. I don't want to get too bulky. I want to get nice and lean.
You got to lean and lengthen.
I got to stay light on my feet.
Yeah.
Because it's never really, like, I'm strong enough. There's never been a point in my job anytime recently where it's like, I could have used a little extra strength.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I get tired, like 2 days ago when I was trying to carry that beam, I was like, I'm gassed. Tom, come grab this. And then he grabbed it.
He did. Yeah, he did.
So.
With the quickness, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as long as you got a Tom, you're good.
Exactly.
Or an Anthony.
Yeah. One thing I learned this week was, you know how they say, like, don't lift with your back?
Yeah.
Lift with your legs? Mm-hmm. That's wrong. You lift with your voice. You say, hey, you, pick that up. That works really well. Me.
Yeah.
That works really well.
That's your strongest muscle, I would say. Your voice.
I would agree. I would definitely agree with that statement there. So thank you. Yeah. I think you meant that as a compliment.
I did, yeah.
So thank you. Appreciate that. All right, what do you got going on? Besides Pilates? Tell us what you've been up to. It's been so long.
Has it?
It's been since last Monday for everybody.
Yeah, I guess it's been
a while.
Roughly 1 week.
Give us an update. What do you got going on?
This week, I'm back on the tools, which feels great. I did some carpentering this week, which was nice.
Yeah.
I haven't been carpentering in a while because I have been so heavily invested into the editing portion of my job. Didn't really have time to be out on the tools. But now this week, back out on the tools, lifted some heavy things.
Yeah, you did. Good job. Women can
Thank
do
you.
anything.
They sure can.
They sure can.
But yeah, that was really my week. I was really excited. I really like doing that kind of stuff and then going home and like being tired. I think that feels good to me. Like having like a good tired feeling when you get home from work.
That's true.
So
that is a good feeling.
So yeah, that was kind of my week.
And why aren't you on the editing anymore?
Because we hired a videographer.
We hired a full-time videographer. What kind of construction company does that? It's kind of crazy, a little bit, but most people not going to be a necessary hire for you. Yeah. But for us, it's, oh my God, I'm almost like in a little bit of a funk because I feel like I don't have anything to do anymore. I thrive on that constant stress and anxiety of like, there's a million things to do. I have to do everything.
Yeah.
I've just existed in that state for so long. Mm-hmm. Now that like other people are doing so much stuff, it's like, well, what do I do now? Where do I fit in here?
Yeah.
You guys even need me anymore? You know, one of those.
Yeah.
So.
Do you want to talk about that? You want to dive into that more?
Probably not.
Okay.
I think it's okay. I think I'll get used to it. I'll find other stuff to do.
Yeah. I feel like I'm in a funk because he's so much better than us.
Oh my God, he's so much better than us.
He just, like, within the first day he started, in the morning he's out there filming, and then in the afternoon he was, like, putting together something for us to see. And just immediately, first day, we were like, oh my God, that's so good.
This is so much better than anything that we've
ever
done.
And I thought we were, like,
pretty good.
Pretty decent. I was like, I think we got this figured out. And then I saw the stuff he was doing, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh my God, we're terrible compared to this kid.
Yeah.
So
you know what might have been?
What?
I think like when you started
also,
editing.
wait, I take back calling him a kid. That was rude and condescending. He's not. He's a grown man. So take that back.
He's a grown man.
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
So I thought like you just kind of jumped into the editing to take that off my plate like a year ago, and I was like, oh my God, she's catching on so fast. She's so good at this. She's almost as good as me already. Maybe I just wasn't that good.
We must not have been.
Yeah. But it speaks to the benefit of hiring somebody that, like, that's what they do.
Yeah.
He's so good at it. He's like a natural. He loves it. He's been doing it for a long time. He's not, like, formally trained, but he's been doing it as, like, a hobby and a passion for a long time. And he immediately got the vibe, got, like, kind of what we're going for. And I'm really excited to drop the first vlog that he did start to finish, which will be out yesterday.
Yes.
Because this drops on Monday.
It will be dropping yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so worried about him. Not worried, but I was like, oh, it's going to take him a while to get like the technical building stuff because he didn't come from that kind of background.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of like snowboarding videos, and everything that he does looks really cool. But I was like, oh, it'll probably take him a little while to catch on to like the terminology and all that kind of stuff. But it didn't. It took him like a day. He seemed to have figured it all out. So
so we're really psyched about that. And another thing I just thought of, you know, we always say on the tools. It's really the tools are on you.
Yeah, you wear the tools.
You wear the tools, so
it's not about
something to think about.
It's not about. I feel like there's a saying there.
I don't know. Is there?
It's not about you wearing the tools. It's about how the tools wear you.
That doesn't make any sense at all. But if you say it with a little more conviction, maybe it can go somewhere. I don't know.
Yep.
So we'll see about that. We got a couple topics to talk about this week. We do. I promise. We're not coming into this unprepared. We are not.
We never do.
We never do that. One of the things that we wanted to talk about was decision fatigue.
Yes.
You ever felt that?
Me?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Are you going to ask me if I've ever felt it?
Sean.
Yeah.
This is definitely the first time I've asked you this today.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt decision fatigue?
Huh. Can't decide. Yes, certainly have. And it's actually, it's something I think I've been feeling a little bit lately because we've had a lot of stuff going on with it being the end of the year coming up. So I'm dealing with some tax stuff and sending paperwork back and forth to my accountant, and also just some other like tidying up year-end sort of things. We hired a new person. We recently just kickstarted the 401k contribution, so I've been figuring all that out and doing that. And it's just, when you make a lot of decisions like that, it you only have a capacity to do so much of that, like deep thinking, making important decisions.
Right.
So feeling a little bit of that.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I could sense that from you because I kept asking you to make decisions, and then you'd be like, I don't know. What do you think? Or I don't know. Can you figure it out? I'm like, okay, we're dealing with a little bit of decision fatigue. And that's natural. And I think that happens to everybody who's making it.
Are you qualified to diagnose that?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So yeah, it is. I mean, it's annoying. And I feel like it's, especially if you're the kind of person that's making a ton of decisions at work and then also at home, it's like, it just, and they bleed into each other. And
they do?
Yeah. Don't you think?
I don't know.
You can't decide?
I can't decide. You mean like you have all these things to, like important decisions to make it work. You've made all these like decisions on things all day, and then you go home and you have like a whole new set of decisions because you have your home life to deal with. Okay. I thought you meant home decisions roll into work decisions. I feel like that might be more true for one of us.
Why? You don't think you make a lot of decisions at home?
No, I was saying that maybe like home decisions migrate into work decisions and kind of back and forth for me sometimes. Sometimes it's a little bit blurry since I'm, working at home sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They kind of like...
They're commingling.
They compound on
Compound.
each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know at the end of the year, for some reason, just always feels like chaos, like with the holidays and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I feel like with work, there's always decisions to be made and like, you're always kind of scheming things and working things and blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of the year, you're trying to figure out all this holiday stuff. And personally, I'm trying to figure out like gifts for everybody and then like what to do on Christmas and all that kind of stuff. And recently to my husband, I was like, I just don't want to decide another thing. Like, I don't even want to decide what we're eating for dinner. Like, you have to do it. So I feel like decision fatigue is real and it's pretty annoying.
It is. And that's why, so going back to the book that I was talking about last week. So I'm actually listening to it again. Discipline is Destiny.
Oh, you're on your second go round.
Yep, I'm on the second go round. I really feel like it's a really easy listen, and it's like it's not like strategies that you incorporate like, oh, I do this and here's the plan to do whatever. It's more just like lifestyle mentality shifts, I think.
Yeah.
And there's like some interesting stories about, people in history in there and how they, did certain things. And it's just really, I've found a lot of little impactful things in there. And I feel like it's definitely going to be a multiple listen type of situation. And one of the things that they talk about, which I've heard in a lot of other books, is decision fatigue is something that happens kind of on a daily basis a lot of times. So you want to prioritize the decisions that you're going to need to make and do them in the morning. Get them out of the way. Eat that frog, they say.
I mean, yeah, but like...
Oh, no? Don't do that?
That doesn't... Like, okay, if you handle all your decisions in the morning... Are you saying like cumulatively or like the important ones in the morning? Because you still have to make decisions for the rest of the day. I don't think that... How does that change it?
The important ones. The important one, like the must do, the important things, like I need to make a decision. Do we go this way or this way with the business? We are going to finance a new space and open a new territory in Alberta, Canada, and I need to know whether I should do it or not.
Whoa, is that true?
I don't think so, but who knows? You would want to think about those important decisions in the morning. The decisions like, okay, I'm driving down the road. Do I turn left or right? Decision, yeah. A complex one, not really, if you know where you're going or you're following GPS. So those decisions you can kind of roll with throughout the day. But the important ones that are going to have a huge impact, that are going to take a lot of brain power to come to the right decision, knock them out early.
Okay.
You seem indifferent on that approach.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that would just then lead to procrastination because you're like, well, I already did my important things. I'll just wait on these other things. Or then like what might seem not important, then you're not like giving it your full attention because you're like, well, I already handled my important things. I'll just make a rash decision on this other thing. So I'm not sure that I agree with that, but in theory, it sounds nice, I guess.
Okay. Well, yeah.
And sometimes you can't prioritize your decisions like that. It's not like you have a list of decisions that you have to like lay out in front of you and you're like, okay, let me handle these things in the morning. Like things come up during the day.
That's true. Okay. Well,
so sorry.
Something to think about.
Sorry, I'm not yes-anding you, but I don't know if I agree with that.
Okay. Well, that's what that's what makes the world go around. Give and take a conversation. So
you know what I should do? Read the book.
You should read the book because I think you would really like it. I think it's got a lot of just like cool lifestyle things about the motives behind why you do things and the way that you act and the things that drive you. And it's very eye-opening.
Okay.
So
love that.
check it out.
Yeah.
If people want to get a handle on that, what can they do?
Oh yeah, they can follow the link that will be in the description of this episode to get a free Audible book.
Woo!
If
and we
you're
make
into
like $20 if you do that.
It's not quite 20, but yeah.
Oh, it's like, what is it, like $10?
No, I think it's $15.
$15. That's right in between 10 and 20.
Yep.
So
Directly in there.
we've never made any money off this podcast. So if you sign up with our Audible link, we'll make $15. That'd be $7.50 each. So something to think about.
All right, nice. Yeah. What are you gonna do with your $7.50?
I don't know. You're still on company time, so I'm gonna take at least $12.
What?
12.3? 12.3 split on the 15. You're a salaried employee. We're on company time here.
Oh, okay. All right. See how this
we'll
goes.
hash that out later. So what else you got? What else you got for me? I know you got some exciting stuff to talk about. I actually wanted to talk about, get your input on.
Yeah.
You're going to have so much free time with no more editing, no more filming. You're going to have like more solid chunks of time to dedicate to things. I feel like it must have been pretty hard doing all the filming, a lot of the editing, and it kind of breaks up your day. You know, it's like, pop out. We gotta film something real quick. It's hard to get that deep work in.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, throwback to deep work.
Did we both read that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to being able to like really dive headfirst into? What is it?
Expanding globally, first of all. That is
always
my job title, so I would like to do that. But I think it's just focusing on bigger picture things since you spilled the beans on the charity stuff.
Yeah.
I really think that that's going to take up a lot of time and focus this upcoming year. So I'm definitely going to be spending a lot of my time on that. And then just like seeking out other opportunities that
present themselves. Yeah.
And just different ways to be creative and what we can do. And I think that just being on strategy, I think that we can get a lot more strategic with a lot of things, including
definitely
like how we build things, like on the construction side, but also on the content side. So
yeah,
I think that we're going to have a lot of work to do. So I guess just refining things. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah,
that's always a good way to look at things. And I've already felt just this week from not having to really worry about filming or like worrying about the edit getting done for the YouTube video. I felt like it freed me up so much mentally to just be able to be thinking ahead of time on the project. So and I think that goes hand in hand with Ant like more formally being the boss on site. He's running the morning meetings, which I think have been a great hit.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty basic.
I want them to be more jaunty, but I do think that.
So do I. Remember the other day when I read those inspirational quotes? That was pretty fun.
That was fun.
That was pretty cool. So
I always want like a formal start, though.
Yeah, he just kind of rolls into it.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh gosh, I got to pay attention. So I feel like we need like some sort of pizzazz to start the meeting and then pizzazz to end it. But you know,
I'm thinking
maybe one day.
not something like too overdone, but think something like Olympic opening ceremonies.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of what I had in mind. Yeah. Something like that.
So, yeah, but that has been working out like so well, and I think being able to like step back from the video stuff, I was able to be tools on me more this week, and also just be thinking a little bit more forward, so we can prepare, like looking down the line, like, okay, couple weeks we're going to be doing this. Is that ordered? Do we have that ready? Discussing stuff with subcontractors, like getting the roofer ready, because we're about to start framing the roof next week. So I just feel like that is something that has always taken up so much mental energy for me.
Yeah.
Doing the editing and filming and just like thinking about that all day. So I'm really excited to really just like have more mental capacity to like actually run a business.
Yeah.
You know?
That's very exciting.
That is exciting.
What does that mean to you though? Like what are you going to fill your days with now?
Oh God, I don't know. The possibilities are endless. No, I feel like it's going to allow me to expand more into the role of almost like project manager more, where I'm making sure that we have all of the material takeoffs, the delivery dates are figured out, organizing stuff with subcontractors, and just like staying ahead of the project and making sure that everything runs smoothly, because we've been hot and cold with that. Like some projects run really smoothly, but then sometimes when I don't prepare as well, the jobs don't go as smooth.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of room for improvement there, I think. And just little delays like that add up. And if we can keep the ball rolling really smoothly, it's going to be a humongous drastic change in the timeline of our projects, being able to do, say, 1 or 2 more projects a year with the same crew. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I think it keeps everybody's morale a lot higher when everything's just rolling nice and good. There's plenty of work to be done. It's not like, all right, do a little bit of this. Now we're waiting for a delivery. It's coming next week, so you can't do that yet. When everything's just rolling, everybody is in much better spirits, especially in the cold.
That's true.
Because you got to keep moving.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited, looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday, yesterday was a rain day, and today it's kind of just waiting until like Monday, basically, to do the stuff that we have to do. And it's cold out and dreary, and today just felt like a blah kind of day.
Today was definitely very blah.
As much as we can avoid days like that, when we're just kind of, everybody's got something to do, there's like, I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah, because we are going to be working straight through the winter this year, and we have been for the last few years. And it's really not too bad once you get out there, get moving, and just stay busy. But you just need to make sure that the job is rolling along, so you're not just kind of standing around doing like little tiny stuff all day and kind of like, doing like little nitpicky stuff. You want to keep the job rolling smoothly and everyone is staying efficient, and the morale stays higher, especially when it's freezing cold out, because it can drop as low as the temperature, the morale.
That's true.
That
is very true.
If you're not careful. You got to be careful, Catherine.
You got to be
Catherine,
careful.
you have to be careful.
You got to be careful.
You have to be careful.
And if there's anything that we are good at, it is vibe checks. So we are always on top of people's vibes, trying to keep them high.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what it's almost time for?
What?
It's almost time to set new goals for. Did you think I was going to say secret
I
question?
did think
no,
you were
it's
going to
not
say.
even close.
Like, oh my gosh.
No, it's not even close to time for that. We've barely even. We're only at 22 minutes here. It's almost time to set goals for next year.
I know.
Are you excited?
I am excited. I'm really excited.
Wow, you just like really lit up. You're like, I know.
I love
so
goal
excited.
setting, and I think that we did pretty good on our goals this year. I think that as all things do, like you have lulls and you have peaks, and I think that it kind of just it showed us what really mattered to us, and now we can go off of that for next year. And I'm stoked. Vibes are high over here. So
vibes are high. Yeah. Vibes are sky high, and mine are as well. And I feel like I was thinking about this on the drive over here. I was like, I feel like I'm so much closer to where I wanted to be last year when we set our goals. One of them was exercising more regularly. I'm in so much better shape now than I was going into New Year's last year. Yeah. Last year, no offense, old Sean, but you were... You let yourself go. Yeah. I was like a metaphorical sweatpants wearer. You get what I'm saying? I was just like, just this is me. Oh. Here I am.
Are you saying you felt like that or you looked like that? Or
both. Definitely both. Yeah, yeah. So I feel like I stayed really consistent with that this year overall. I wasn't like super hard on myself. It was more about just like the health and, consistency of it, which I feel like we both did really good on that. Yeah. I think we did great. So it's exciting to go into next year. Like, I think now is the time to start thinking about our goals for next year. Definitely. And we're leveling up.
Always be leveling
Always be leveling up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Is that exciting?
That's really exciting. And I feel like...
You seem excited.
I was like, something caught my throat.
Oh, no.
Excuse me. Yeah, no, I'm thrilled because I also feel like with exercise, I don't think that I have found my thing yet, but I think you might have Pilates. I think Pilates might be my thing. I think I think I'm almost there. But even without finding like what I would consider quote unquote my thing, I still remained active. Like I did stuff every day. And the meditation thing knocked that out of the park. And I'm really proud of myself for that because
Are you still staying really consistent with that?
I think that I've missed in the past like 6 months, I've missed maybe like 3 days.
That is amazing.
I make sure to do that every day. And
You're like a monk.
I'm like a monk over here.
Wow. Good job.
And I also had to come to the realization that with meditation, I always thought that I would get to a point where I was like, I am good at this and this is easy.
Yeah.
That point doesn't come. Some days are easy and some days are not.
Yeah.
Recently, like this past week, my mind has just been like all over the place, running 1,000,000 miles a minute, and I just haven't been able to like really get focused, and meditation has been really hard.
Yeah.
But I feel like the point of that is to realize like, oh, some days you're going to have hard days and some days you're going to have easy days. And right now it's just a hard day phase.
Yeah.
And pretty soon it'll get easier. So
yeah. You know what, Catherine?
What?
You're going to get through this.
Thank you. I think I will.
I think so. I'm not totally sure, but I believe in you. I think you'll get through it.
Thank you.
You're going to do just fine.
But anyway, so yeah, the goals. I'm
the goals.
I can't wait. I can't wait to set new goals.
Do you have any in mind yet? I think we'll probably do a New Year's episode where we get formal about it. But have you internally, mentally started thinking about goals?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think that our listeners should start thinking about goals now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I want to hear what they are.
You do?
I want to know what other people's goals are.
That would be really great if we could hear what your goals are. And I think we'll do another goals episode.
Yeah.
Setting goals for next year.
Yeah, we should do where we set our goals and then maybe we can read other people's goals. Have them send in their goal lists.
Yeah, it'll be like putting the intentions out there into the universe.
Yeah.
So that if you don't achieve your goals, we'll know. It'll be on record and we can chastise
hold you accountable.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. I better really start honing in.
Yeah. Where are you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But I think now is really the time that I've been kind of reflecting on it. Like, really the last couple days, like, oh, wow, the year's almost over.
Yeah.
Time to set some new goals for next year. I think we should do a more formal review of our goals that we had set out for this year.
Yeah.
See where we were at with them.
Yeah, we can give ourselves a grade.
Yeah.
Like an A, B, C, D, F situation.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do that next episode.
Yeah, we'll do that next episode. And then the following episode, we'll be setting the new goals. And we'll obviously always be, peppering in some good little tips for you here and there.
Try to.
We're going to try our best to do that. And, yeah. You got anything going on for Christmas this year? Holidays?
Yeah.
Are you a Christmas celebrator?
I am a Christmas celebrator.
Okay.
Does
that stress you out?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It does.
Holidays?
I don't know if it's because I moved away for a while, so I didn't, coming home for the holidays was always kind of hectic, and I worked in a quarterly world, so the end of the year was always insane, and I feel like maybe it made me a little jaded for the holidays.
Okay.
And now for Christmas, we have, the 3 events that I have to do are all on Christmas Eve, so then it's kind of like you're always disappointing some sort of family.
Oh,
and that never feels good. So it's always just added pressure at the end of the year that I just don't care for. So what about you?
I'm not very, I'm not I guess sentimental on certain days. To me, it just, it's nice to when we do stuff with the family, we're going to have people over on Christmas Eve this year. And that's going to be great. It's going to be so nice. But as far as the whole season thing, decorating, I could take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I'm not, the picture of Christmas cheer. It's just kind of like my birthday. It's just it's just another day. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd rather be, I don't know. I think it just, this is probably a little bit bah humbug of me, but I feel like I've always thought I'd rather just be excited every day. Why wait for the holiday season to be excited? No?
Because you can't be excited every day.
Yeah, you can try.
No.
I feel like I've created my own fantasy world to live in, and I'm excited every day.
No, that's like people are like, oh, there shouldn't be a Mother's Day. You should appreciate your mothers every day. But you don't. Just like you're not excited every day.
I do.
If you were...
No, I could call my mom more. You're right.
Could. Yeah.
You're definitely right.
You should,
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
I'll call you after this.
But I think that I think it's nice to have special times of the year.
Yeah. Are you a big birthday person? You love your birthday?
No, not particularly.
No?
I don't think it... it's fine. I'm kind of indifferent. I don't
Okay.
Like if Pat like forgot my birthday, that would
you'd be
make me
pissed.
I'd be a little bit upset
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, for sure.
But like I don't expect like a month-long celebration or any sort of party. I've never had like a birthday party. I don't really care
You've never
that
had
much.
a birthday party?
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, sure, but
Oh, okay.
like,
I was going to say, that's pretty sad.
maybe like a nice handwritten card or something. That's what I would like for
Okay.
my birthday.
Nice.
But my quote is always, special things are allowed to be special. So if you enjoy your birthday and you want to celebrate your birthday, then sure, it's allowed to be special.
Yeah. I feel like you have said that many times. Special things
yeah.
are allowed to be special.
I say that all the time. But
Yeah.
But I don't know. Christmas just doesn't do it for me.
I could take it or leave it. I mean,
You know what I do love?
New Year's.
New Year's.
Yeah.
That's my day, I think.
I don't particularly love the day of New Year's. I love I used to love New Year's Eve back when, like, you know,
You did fun stuff?
yeah, now it's just like, man, just kind of go to sleep before midnight anyway.
Yeah.
But I think I like not New Year's specifically, but the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Like the whole month of January is exciting. It's like you're being reborn
Yeah.
into a new person. So that's always pretty exciting, I think.
Yeah.
I really think it is.
I organize a polar plunge for New Year's Day, and I already liked New Year's because it's like a just a refreshing time of year, and everything feels like new and exciting, and you have this like energy that's invigorating you because it's a new year. And then with this polar plunge situation that I have started, it's like a physical manifestation of that.
Yeah, it's like
Being baptized in the Delaware River, and
yeah.
your new year starting off to a good way or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I did it last year.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I think I kind of hyped myself up. I was like, you know what? And it was probably because you were just like talking it up so much. Like, you're
Yeah.
going to feel so reinvigorated and reborn.
You didn't feel that way?
A little less than reborn. I felt cold for sure.
It was
Definitely
very
felt
cold, yeah.
cold, but yeah. Nice. I see. It was
Just like
it
when
was
you-
okay.
when
I think you
you-
hyped it up for me a little too much. I thought it was going to be some sort of metaphysical, like, transformational experience. But it was cool. It was nice.
I feel like it's like how you felt good after you burned that journal entry.
yeah.
I feel like that it's kind of that for me. Like I
Okay.
don't feel like
It's more metaphorical.
it's more metaphorical. Yeah.
It's like a hybrid,
I like-
metaphorical and physical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
I like doing it because it does feel like something. And I think that making yourself uncomfortable is important in life. I feel like that's how you feel growth and change. And
Yeah.
I feel like the winter is all about like being cozy and just like, and maybe not for us because we work outside, so we're cold every
Yeah.
day, but like, you just find your cozy little spot in the winter and that's what you do. And then to me, this is like pushing yourself out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
What?
You know what I just thought?
You
We should
do-
do cold plunge every morning. Because I hate being cold outside. That's what I hate about working in the winter. My hands are always cold. My
Yeah.
feet are sometimes cold. My whole just being is like a little frigid. So maybe I need to start doing cold plunge every morning. Oh, my mind and body will be like iron.
Yeah.
Like
I heard some
steel.
people do like cold showers every morning for that reason. Like
Yeah.
get
Maybe
your
I
body
should start doing
temperature.
that.
Yeah. Try it out.
I'll try it out. I'm going to try it out this week.
I would
Maybe.
rather jump in the Delaware River
Every day.
in freezing cold temperatures than take a cold shower.
Because, yeah. A nice
Personally.
warm shower is nice. Yeah, you know?
Yeah. It's cozy. See, you're seeking out that cozy. So,
Something to think about.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'll get back to everybody on that. I think that might be a good idea for me to try out because I need to like prepare for this winter weather and just really bust free of this this cold shell that is seasonally upon me.
Yeah.
So I'll let everybody know how that's going to work out.
Okay.
What do you think? You going to try it?
What?
I don't know, cold plunge every day? You seem non-committal on that.
I mean, what are we talking? Like, are you really going to do a cold plunge? Like, are you going to get like a cold bath every day?
Yeah, I guess I would have to like have some sort of infrastructure
Yeah,
for this
the
in my
logistics
home.
of this, I need more
Maybe
details.
I'll start with the cold shower.
Try that out.
I'm
and
going to
see
try
how
the
that
cold
goes.
shower
Yeah.
first. And
'cause
then maybe
people-
I can build
have-
a cold plunge.
Yeah, I've
at
seen
my
people
house.
take like deep freezers or whatever,
Yeah,
and then
I've
just
seen
fill
that.
those with water and turn it on or something, and then it's like a cold bath.
That doesn't seem safe. That seems kind of like a toaster in the bathtub situation.
That's a good point. I don't know the logistics
inside of
about
an
it, but I've
electric
seen
appliance and you're sitting in water.
Yeah.
That don't seem safe. I don't like that idea.
I don't know how they do it. I just have seen people do it. So definitely do some research on that before you do that.
Yeah. I definitely will do.
But, I mean, you have a bathtub. Just toss some ice in there. Get in
like
there
a
with
lot
some
of ice. I don't have an ice maker either.
You have an ice maker?
No, just have ice trays.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just a poor little peasant over here. Doesn't have an ice maker at their
I actually
home.
also don't have an ice maker. I have one. It just doesn't work. So
Yeah. Well, something to think about there.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention?
What did you forget to mention, Catherine?
An update to the to-do list situation.
Yes? Is it to done?
It's to done. Completely solved all of my issues.
Yeah.
Microsoft to-do list.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called, right? To-do app?
I think it's just to do.
To do. Microsoft app. It's perfect. It's everything that I wanted.
It is.
I think it's everything you wanted.
It is.
And a couple people reached out and said that it was a good thing. So I'm
did.
super glad that we found that because I
Me too.
love it.
Me as well.
What?
I also love it.
Oh, okay.
I just agree with everything you just said. I was just passionately agreeing.
Okay.
We did get We did get a couple recommendations on that when we were talking about the Notes app.
Yeah.
And thank you everybody for that.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna be like a Goldilocks and the Three Bears situation where like nothing was gonna be quite right, but turns out that's all we needed. So
well, in Goldilocks and Three Bears, there is one that's just right. One was the porridge was too hot, one was too cold, and one was just right. We found the one that was just right. Yeah.
So it was a Goldilocks situation, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's honestly perfect for what we were talking about, where it's very simple. The interface is super easy. And the thing that I really like about it is you have your daily to-do list, and then you can also schedule tasks in the future. So I just did it today for some phone calls that I have on Monday. I was able to put them in and then schedule them for a date. So on Monday, when I open up the app, that's going to be on my daily to-do list, which is awesome. And then I can also set recurring things. Yep. Like I have to process the 401k contributions every Thursday. So I set that in there and it's going to go on my daily to-do list every Thursday. Yeah. So it's super easy. You can also do important, and that'll stay in a separate list. So that's like maybe more long-term stuff.
Yeah.
I'm super thrilled with it.
It's super simple, but super intuitive. So I love it.
Yeah. I feel like it doesn't have like any additional stuff that like you really wouldn't use. It's very basic, but it's a little bit more advanced than just the Notes app.
Yeah,
where
there's
you
like
have
a
just
flow to it.
Yeah. And it's a little easier to keep it organized for stuff that I think the Notes worked really well for me for things that were just daily. But it got a little bit confusing when it's like, well, this is a daily thing, but it's not today.
Right.
It's daily next week. So I think we'll give you some more updates on it, but I think this is going to be a game changer for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
You know what? That actually brings up another question that I have for you.
What?
We had so highly touted a revolutionary, game-changing app that was going to revolutionize our lives.
Yes.
The Alarmy app. Are you still using it?
Every day.
Really?
I still love it every single day.
You doing the squats still?
Yep. Are you?
No, I stopped using it. I did.
You stopped?
Yeah. Oh my God, the look of disappointment.
Have you canceled the subscription because you're still paying for it?
Well, it was like a yearly thing, so I have to, I'll decide next year. Maybe I'll go back to it, but
I love it. I still love it.
I think I initially stopped because I was running a lot. I was running too much, and my knee was starting to get real sore.
You know what that sounds like?
Sounds like an excuse.
Sounds like an excuse.
You know why? Because it is an excuse.
You can
totally
change it off of the squats. It can be like a number of different things. So
I know it's totally an excuse. I'm sorry.
A little bit like an excuse.
Are you still getting up at 4:45?
Yeah, every day.
Oh
with thanks to my Alarmy app.
Wow. I feel like we've really. I feel like I don't know anything about you anymore. Oh my God. I changed my wake up time to 5:20.
Okay.
So I feel like the one thing about 4:45 for me, it was like a little bit too much time, and it led to a lot of dilly dallying.
Oh, okay.
So now 5:20 is like perfect. It's like get up, get right to what I need to do, get to the good stuff, and then I have time to shower and get ready for work and leave.
Yeah.
But the 4:45, it was like, well, I got so much time. I'm gonna dilly dally.
See, I like the dilly-dally time. I need the dilly-dally time in the morning. I hate waking up and just feeling like I have to, like, wake up, get a shower, get out the door. Like, that, I hate waking up like that. And this 4:45 allows me to have like at least 15 minutes where I can like sit on my couch and enjoy a cup of coffee with my cat or something, you know?
That sounds so nice. Are you off the phone when you're doing that? Are you scrolling at that time?
Scroll.
Yeah.
No, I tried.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I do a scroll or like
Yeah.
I mean, I purposely try to be off of the phone, but sometimes I'll like go to check the weather and then I just hop over to Instagram and I'm like, no,
get out of here.
This job again.
I do feel like scrolling in the morning is really bad.
It's bad.
It's so bad. And I do it sometimes. I'm not saying this from some high throne.
Right.
I am saying this from the lowly of spots. I'm saying this from deep in the scroll hole.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do it, and it never leads to a good like start to the day.
It doesn't.
Ever.
No.
It like kind of just like numbs my mind a little bit, and then I'm in like a weird numbed haze.
Yeah.
And I already exist in that state like kind of regularly because my brain's a little chaotic. So
Yeah.
not good for me. Probably not good for anybody.
It's really not. And I think there's like science behind that. Like your brain is chasing the first kind of dopamine that you give it every morning or something. So if that's what you give it, then it's constantly going to be looking for that like immediate gratification like situation. So
yeah,
I definitely try to just sit and like hang out with my cat or like read or
what about your
something.
other pets? Just the cat?
They're busy.
Oh, okay. Sounds discriminatory towards your other animals.
No,
They're probably so sad.
Well, I have been doing yoga in the morning. So usually when I do yoga, all the pets are like
all the pets are around you. Okay.
Somewhere in my vicinity.
Yeah.
So
that's exciting.
Yeah. Anywho, all right.
Yeah.
You want to move on to the secret question?
Oh my God. I didn't know we were going to tell anybody about that because it was a secret.
It's not a secret anymore.
Oh my God. Cat's out of the bag. Speaking of cats. All right, you go first.
Okay. Would you rather spend the next 3 years in jail or the next 10 years in a coma?
Wow. Oh, God. Jail's so scary, though.
Jail's scary.
Jail's so scary.
You got to live through the jail. If you're in a coma, it's just like...
You just like,
you wake
wow,
up.
Oh my God, I'm so refreshed.
That was a great nap.
I could probably use a good coma right now. So in the jail scenario, is it just like, you know, am I guaranteed like, you know, certain risks aren't going to like...
No, you're in a federal prison.
And it's just...
And it's up to you to fend for yourself.
Oh, no. Oh, God, this is so hard. This isn't like a real scenario, is it?
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see the answer.
I would say... Oh, my God, this is so hard. I would say... I would say prison.
You think?
Yeah.
You're going to go through that. You're going to...
I guess,
come out with a couple face tats and stuff?
Maybe.
Okay.
I've always been slightly interested in, you know, some people go to jail and they have nothing but time on their hands and they become like
you get like
monks.
a degree or something.
Oh, no, I would not waste my time on that. But like people become like insane like meditators and they're working out every day because they got nothing else to do and they don't have any computers or screens, so they're reading books and they come out and they're like, their mind is sharp as a chisel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's one way to look at it.
Yeah. The other way, I mean, yeah, it'd be tough, though. It'd be tough.
It'd be tough.
I would have to just get in there. Day one, assert my dominance, and make sure nobody messes with me.
Yeah.
What would you do? Because I feel like lady prison is, I mean, I've seen Orange is the New Black. It seems like everyone's having fun
Not
and
that
stuff.
bad, yeah. Yeah, I guess I would also go prison.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be happy about it, but I think, you know, I think I can fend for myself for 3 years. I can make it work, I think. It'll be tough, though. It would be tough.
You are almost exactly like the Piper character on Orange is the New Black.
Why?
I don't know. Just because you're a lady and you have blonde hair and...
Oh, thanks, Sean.
You know, I don't know.
For reducing me to 2 qualities.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of fits the storyline there. I don't know how things turned out for her in the end.
Name one other characteristic about her.
I don't know any of the other characters in that show.
Characteristics, I said.
Oh, characteristics.
Yeah.
Did I mention she's a lady? She has blonde hair.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's not making sense. I mean, actually, that is based on a true story. So I guess that is kind of like how Lady Prison is because it...
Is it based on a true story?
Yeah, it is.
It's probably like very loosely. Seems
I mean,
like they took a lot of liberties with the storyline there.
I think the first season is like entirely based on the lady's book.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know about subsequent. I think I only watched the first season of it, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, so did I. It got a little boring.
I think it got a little crazy after that. So,
okay.
But yeah, I guess I would go prison.
You would go to prison.
I would not be
3
happy
years.
about it, but yeah, I would do it.
Yeah. Because, 10 years, I would be 44.
Yeah.
And
your body would have been
flying cars and everything.
Yeah.
Probably.
And your body would be all like atrophied because you haven't moved in 10 years.
Oh, no. Probably be a good way to lose a little weight.
No, you just get mushy, I think.
Oh, just get mush bod.
I think that, yeah.
Okay. All right, I don't want that. All right, I'm going to prison.
All right.
And I'm getting tough, and I'm getting smart, and I'm becoming some sort of prison monk.
Okay.
So
I think I'd try to learn a new language.
Yeah, that'd be so much fun.
I think that's why I would use my time to do that.
Yeah.
All right,
cool.
What's your question?
Okay. Have you ever had a teacher growing up that really like changed your life trajectory or like inspired you in some like really cool way? And what did they teach you? Or are you just like, no, don't like teachers at all, and nobody can teach me anything?
I was a bit of a difficult student because I was like nice and people like the teachers liked me because I was like a good kid, but I was just didn't try at all because I didn't really care about school.
Yeah.
So I feel like teachers didn't necessarily take a shining to that. But I did have my music teacher from like kindergarten to 8th grade.
Oh.
And she was just absolutely lovely. And singing is one thing that I kind of did excel at naturally. And I think that she saw that within me and was kind of like, she took a shining to me because of that. But beyond that, I feel like the only like pivotal moment that I can think of with the teacher, and it's bad, and it's another vengeance situation, but
a vengeance situation?
Yeah. Our woodshop teacher in high school, he really like the boys could do a lot more than the girls could in shop class, and to be fair, a lot of the girls didn't take shop class or like try that hard in shop class. But I remember I wanted to build something, and I would have to turn legs for it. I think I was trying to build like obviously a table or a chair, something
with legs.
Something with legs.
Maybe a person.
It might have been a person.
Okay.
Yeah. And he told me that I wasn't allowed to use the lathe, but the boys were allowed to use the lathe in there. And I was like, I literally have a lathe in my garage. Like, I can do this. Can I please do this? And he was like, no. And I was like, well, all right. Well, I'm going to prove you wrong somehow. Or like,
Is this still, has that all led up to this?
Yeah, I think that's why I'm in this industry now. But,
wow. So you've always been fueled by vengeance.
I think so, yeah.
So looking back, do you thank him for that?
Yeah.
Giving you that fuel?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was a very nice man, and I spent a lot of time in woodshop with him, and he was like great to me in other ways, but just in that one way, I was like, ooh, don't tell me I can't do something, because I will.
Yep. And yeah, like, could he really, I mean, I don't know, he's like a shop teacher. Like, do they really know anything? Like how to build real stuff? Not sure. Like you can build like a little like jewelry box. I did build a jewelry box. That's exactly what I built. Like that's what you build in shop class. It's like, yeah, and I think stuff. By the time that we came around, the shop teacher that our high school had, he was like pretty close to retiring, I think, by the time we were there. He had been the shop teacher forever. And you'd hear all these horrible like stories of people like you could do a lot more back in the day, I think, in shop class. And there were all these stories like injuries and stuff. Oh, really? So I think that by the time that our generation came around, they were a lot more careful, like with the like don't let the ladies touch the lathe. Yeah. Well, not even just the ladies. I think it was just everybody. Like I didn't take shop class because it was just like you didn't. I took it like one semester in like 8th grade and they like it was just like my dad had a construction company, so if like I wanted to play with tools, I could just go there and do whatever, and like have no safety precautions whatsoever. Yeah, and and it was like I remember I built like a toolbox or something, like a little tool pail. Yeah, and it was like I built the thing in like one period, like 40 minutes, and then I just sand it for like the rest of the semester. That was every day. It was, and you weren't allowed to use any power sander. You had to do it by hand. Yeah, and every day I'd be like, "Is this good enough to finish yet?" And he'd be like, "No, not smooth enough." So after that, I was like, "This is ridiculous. I'm not doing this." So, that is true. Yeah.
I forgot about the whole sanding thing. You did really
Oh,
have
it's
to.
the worst. Like, who wants to do that?
Hand sanding, yeah.
So, okay. So that's the one lady said, you're a pretty good singer. We'll let you sing. And
She
then the
kind
other
of took
person.
me under her wing. She was very kind, yeah.
Wow. Very transformative.
I will say, the choir teacher, her name was Mrs. Malloy. Also, fun fact, she had pet ducks, and now I have pet ducks. So.
Oh, my God.
Full circle there.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was the first person who made me feel like I could do it. Like she was like, she gave me that attitude of like,
Oh, wow.
like other teachers would be like, oh, you're smart. Like, why aren't you doing this? Like you're failing in some sort of way because you're not like living up to whatever.
Yeah.
But she was like, you can do it. Like she was the first one to kind of really
Wow. Miss Moy.
push me
what
up.
a nice lady.
Yeah. So what about you? What kind of teachers did you have?
Okay,
Who you
so
working
most of my teachers did not like me very much. I was a bit of a pest, I would say, because I always did
checks out.
really well in school. I would always like do really well in tests and stuff, but just on a day to day, it didn't fit my lifestyle at the time. I was not really into like just sitting there and not talking and like not disrupting. So
Yeah.
I was a bit of a disruptor for sure.
Okay.
Teachers did not take kindly to that. But Miss Klemick, 3rd grade, I was always a little different from the rest of the kids. And she saw that and she kind of just like let me do my own thing. If it wasn't like something like important, if it wasn't like, okay, no harm is going to be done by, he wants to use a red marker on this instead of a pencil. What's the harm? Let him do whatever,
Yeah.
She kind of like gave me like a little bit of leeway, which in turn made me a little bit of a better student. I mean, I was in 3rd grade, so I was still just like a little menace, but I always just thought that her mentality, because most teachers were kind of like, just real angry about the way I acted, and I think she knew like it wasn't something that I was necessarily doing like intentionally. I was just like I wasn't built for the school setting.
Yeah.
So she kind of like knew that and was very kind about it, and I always loved that. She was so nice about it.
Aw,
So
that's very sweet.
yeah, but if we want to also go vengeance, man, I got pretty much just about everybody. A really funny story. One of our friends, Bill Devlin,
Yeah.
he works at the elementary school now that I went to. You didn't go there.
No.
But the music teacher there, Bill said he was talking to him. And I mean, I was in, the last time I had this teacher, I was in 6th grade. So that's like over 20 years ago, right? Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. How old are you when you're in 6th grade? Like 10? I don't know.
I guess so.
Something like that. It was over 20 years ago. And this was like a couple years ago. He's like, the worst student I ever had in my whole career was Sean Collins' crew. And he's like, what?
Aw.
I'm friends with him. Are you serious? And he was like, he was the worst. He was such a menace.
What'd you do?
I don't know. I was just being myself. I couldn't be contained. I couldn't be held down. So that was pretty funny. And then I guess some other teachers. So senior year, I almost didn't graduate because I almost failed English, and because I didn't do really much of. I didn't really do too much stuff there.
Yeah.
So I had kind of mailed it in by that point, and she wanted me to pay for like this paperback book that was like slightly damaged that I returned, and it was like $6.95. And you like couldn't graduate until you like paid any debts that you had to the school.
Right.
I don't know if that was just a Palmyra thing. It seems kind of like archaic to be like,
Yeah, I don't know.
pay your debts before we give you your diploma, especially for $6.95. So the day of graduation, I came in with a bag of 695 pennies and gave it to her. So that was kind of funny. But I graduated and I'm out of there.
Yeah.
And now me and that teacher are friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
So.
That same English teacher, I was also not going to graduate because of her. And my sister went in like a couple days before graduation, and she was like, my sister was like a wonderfully well-liked person at our high school. She was like super involved. She was on student council, like golden child status. This teacher loved her. And she went in and was like, please let Catherine graduate. She got into a college. Just let her move on. Let her go. And she did. She passed me.
And so your sister went in, like your sister was not in, she had already graduated. She went back to the school.
Sophomore in college, yeah. She went back to high school.
Came back from college to talk to your high school English teacher and get you to graduate. Yeah. Wow. Did you thank her for that?
Courtney or the English teacher?
Courtney.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
The thing I really didn't like about her style was like, it was very rigid. Like you have to do it this way.
Yeah.
And I've always been, believe it or not, a bit of an outside the box kind of thinker. So I loved challenging any teachers that were like, you have to do it this way. This is the only way to do it. And I'm always like, why? Why do I have to do it that way? I want to do it my way. It's just as good. Same thing. So I always felt like they were creativity killers. Yeah. And I did not like that.
Yeah.
I did not vibe well with that. Too rigid. So something to think about.
Yeah. Do you think that, like, let's say not high school, but like, let's say at this point in your life,
yes,
34-year-old Sean went back to, college to take college classes. Do you think now you would do better than you did back then? Or like, do you think that you would have some sort of different experience that would be different? Or do you think that you'd just do the same thing?
I wouldn't do the same thing because it's a little different. Like I did go to community college for like 6 years. Like nobody, like when you're in high school and you like are like chastising the teacher, everybody's like laughing and like, when you do that like in college, people are like, what is wrong with you, dude? So I don't think I would do anything like that, but I'm not built for that type of environment.
Yeah.
I don't see the point. I'm more of like learn from experience type of person. So I just never felt like school, for the amount of time that it takes, like you're getting enough practical knowledge or anything out of it. That's just how I felt.
Yeah.
So I would never go back. Yeah. I would never go back. I only have one more class to get my associate's degree, and it's public speaking. And I just did a speaking engagement yesterday.
Yeah.
So
they should give you an A.
I should get a ceremonial degree.
To do that thing. So
how do you get a ceremonial doctorate degree? Can't you do that sometimes, like an honorary doctorate?
Honorary degree, yeah.
I got to figure that out. Because they just kind of give you a degree. I
think so.
Something like that.
At this point, BCC should.
I think so.
We should reach out. I'll put that on my to-do list. We'll reach out.
Put it on your Microsoft to-do list?
Yep,
there you go. Okay. Wow, that was a fun little trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
School.
And actually, I was thinking about it the other day. When you're in high school, you're in class for 40 minutes. I mean, unless you have like block scheduling or whatever. But at our school system, you're in the class for 40 minutes. I feel like now there's like so little that I could accomplish in 40 minutes, like learning wise. I barely start like learning something and then you have to go to your next class. 40 minutes is not enough to learn. Like,
that's why I never learned anything in high school.
Yeah, I'm going to blame it on that too.
Okay. Well, on that note, what we're going to do is for next week, we are actually going to be taking the week off. We forgot.
Yeah.
We're going to take a week off because it's the holidays. We're going to take a nice long weekend, and I hope everyone else does the same. And then we will be back with our New Year's episode, and we're going to do a combo recap of this year's goals, plus set some new goals and intentions for the new year. So we'll maybe put it out on Instagram, get some of your goals, and we'll talk about them, and maybe it'll help influence some of our goals.
Yeah.
Love that. Some goal sourcing.
Goal sourcing.
Crowdsource your goals.
Love that.
And then we can all achieve them together.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
As a group.
That should be fun.
Oh,
we should start we should make like a challenge.
The Hardworking Happy Hour Challenge.
Yeah.
Drink 12 beers in an hour.
No.
And then record yourself talking. Oh, something different? You
read 10 pages every day for the month of January.
Love that. Love it so much.
Something like that. Maybe we'll workshop that.
Yeah, that would be like 300 pages.
That's a whole book.
That's a whole book sometimes. Anyway, okay. You got anything else to add?
Nope, I'm done.
Well, I hope that everybody has a great holiday. Take some time to relax. Spend time with your family unless you can't stand them, and then keep working.
And then, find an excuse to not be with them.
Yeah, exactly. Find a new family. No, I'm just kidding. Enjoy your family. Mend any strained relationships out there. How about that?
That's a lot of pressure. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Just take it easy. How about that? And we will see you. Our next episode will be dropping on January 2nd.
January 2nd. Yep.
We'll see you in the new year, and we'll be talking about your goals and our goals and how we achieve them together as one.
As one.
Well, Till next time. This has been the Hardworking Happy Hour.
See you next week and next year.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.